All right, what would y'all say if I told you one of the greatest writers of our generation wrote her first novel when she was homeless? You probably wouldn't believe me, but that's essentially the story of J.K. Rowling. Her first book, Harry Potter, was written while she was living in a flat in Edinburgh without heat and living on social welfare, feeding her daughter Jessica. The first idea she had for the book came in 1990 when she was riding from a train from London to Manchester. The train was delayed 4 hours, and she had the idea and got so excited she was searching around for pencil and paper and couldn't find a pen in her bag and was too shy to ask anyone to borrow a pen, so she ended up just trying to imagine all these ideas in her head. Fast forward a couple months, in December of 1990, she solidified that this would be a great idea when her mother passed away of multiple sclerosis, and she realized that she wanted to write a story with a character who has incredible courage, great friends, and allows him to do something that an ordinary boy wouldn't. So in 1991, she moved to Portugal to teach English. Met her first husband and had her daughter named Jessica. In 1994, by all accounts, she had a very fierce argument with her husband and was literally thrown out of her house and told never to come back. And it was at this point that she headed back to Edinburgh and decided that she no longer was going to teach. She wanted to devote herself fully to writing this book, and she knew to actually complete the book she was going to have to write full time, even though it meant living on social welfare, only allowing Jessica meals and allowing herself to have maybe one meal a day. So for over 2 years she lived in an apartment in Edinburgh, which is supposed to have very fierce winters without heat. And she did this because she knew that to achieve her goals she was going to have to be very determined and have to show persistence in ways that is very abnormal, and for her that meant even skipping meals or living in the cold. She also showed incredible strengths of ingenuity, and the way in which she did that is she would bundle up little Jessica. She would push her down the street in Edinburgh in a stroller so that the warmth of the sun would hit her and allow her to fall asleep. And as soon as her daughter fell asleep, she would rush into coffee shops so that she could grab napkins and grab a pen out of her bag, because she still at this time could not afford paper, and started writing Harry Potter down on napkins. She said the first 4 chapters of the book she wrote was actually on napkins that were scattered all over her apartment until she was able to get a typewriter. It was ingenuity like this and creativeness and creativity that allowed her to continue to strive to see her dream become a reality. Finally, the great character that she showed was in a strong sense of confidence. After she finished the book in the end of 1994, she went and saw 2 agents, both of which denied her book. The third agent, a guy named Christopher, actually said he was interested. She had only brought 3 chapters and he wanted to see more. And so she sent him the whole book, and he said, I can't promise anything. I'm interested in it, but that doesn't mean a publisher will be. So he promised to start sending it to publishers and start trying to find a way to get it published. And she decided, instead of going back and getting a job and bettering their lifestyle while waiting for this book to be published, that she was going to start writing sequels, because she was so confident in the fact that this book was going to be loved by adults and kids alike, and that it had a story worth telling. And so for over a year she continued to write the sequel as Christopher tried to find a publisher. Eventually he was able to find a very small publisher that promised a £1,500 advance, which even back in that day was not that much money, to publish the first 1,000 copies. And I guess kind of the rest is history from there. J.K. Rowling showed incredible persistence, ingenuity, and confidence, which allowed her to become a great story from rags to riches. And although she no longer lives in very poverty-stricken means, she, by most accounts, is now more wealthy than the Queen of England. She still has an incredible story, and shows that with the right character traits and with true determination, you can make your dreams become a reality. Everyone has dreams. I don't believe that's what makes us unique. What makes us unique is the ability to find it within ourselves, to have the persistence, ingenuity, and confidence to make those dreams become a reality at all costs. Thank you.